Please, guys, I need 20 minutes of peace and quiet because everything is running. Oh, I think I forgot to turn this other camera on. Hold on one second. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to the Good Enough Mom podcast. I took a break to find myself, rebrand, figure out where it's going, strategize. Nope, I took a break because I wasn't organized enough to record an episode. That's just all it was. I worked, yes, but I didn't work too hard. It's hard to be organized. And that actually helped me come up with an idea for today's episode. And the episode's going to be about surviving dark times. How do you survive dark times as a good enough mom? You're going to have moments. I've recently had a moment of grief where my cousin passed away and my auntie has other kids. So she has to be a mom even though she's grieving. And also, she has to be kind of a better mom than usual because her kids are grieving, the ones who've lost their siblings. I haven't been around for like a couple of weeks. And I mean, I could always be that podcaster who's, how do you survive dark times? That's going to be today's podcast. Since I'm not like a therapist or anything, it's not like I really know the answers. These are things we're just going to figure out together. But I just thought about what I do and asked a few mom friends of mine and group chats and stuff to just kind of see what do I do? What do people do like when you're just going through it? Because you can be depressed like if you have time, but like if you're a mom and you're depressed and someone's knocking at your door, I need breakfast, I need this. What do you do? Biggest thing is you need to ask for help, but don't ask for help in that loose way. You know how people are always like, if you need anything, let me know, or I'll be here for you if you need something. Let me know if you need anything. There's so many variations of that statement. I'm always here, you know that, but like that's not quantifiable at all. If you are going through there's different parts. There's like the serious one, which is grief, but there's other things like maybe joblessness or a breakup, a relationship breakup, a divorce, what else? Losing your job, those kind of things. A breakup with a best friend. That's a whole episode because I don't think anything is worse than breaking up with your best friend, not even breaking up with your husband. I've done the husband one and I've done the best friend one, and I still miss my former best friend to this day. I definitely think breaking up is a big one. Let's take like the very heavy ones: grief, joblessness, sick child, sick family member. During those moments, mentally, you're like really distraught. It would help to write a list on your phone whenever you just feel like, oh, I do need this, I do need this, I do. Write down all those things on your phone. And then when you meet someone who's like, let me know if I can do anything, who you know actually means it, just show them the list and be like, you want to pick one of the things on this list? And some people will pick one, pick two. So there, at least you have a good start that you have that. Another one you could do is assign everything to one person. You've seen when people have GoFundMe's, it's not usually them who are running it. They usually have someone who is running it. When you have a grief moment or you have something overwhelming, your best friend, the person you know who's super organized, the person you know who keeps money without using other people's money and doing all this, that person, if they can take on the responsibility, just like, do you mind handling everything and just being the point of contact? Telling someone, do you mind being the point of contact, is better than when you say, do you mind handling everything? Of course, I have friends that even if I say, do you mind handling everything, they'll be like, absolutely. I wouldn't even have to ask, they will handle everything. But sometimes not everybody has that luxury. And we will talk about, if you don't have that luxury of friends like that who are ride or die, how do you start to cultivate them? Because you need some ride or die friends. Without that, you're not going to be able to go through all these things as a mother and as a person. Have that notes of stuff that you could do. When it's general things like school and the school is asking how they can help, or maybe you've lost your job and your former workmates are asking how they can help, you have to strike while they're still in that sympathy mode. Get all those pity points. There is no time for ego. It takes so long to find another job that most moms don't even have an emergency fund that's a 6 month one. If you do, good for you. But you want to find a job before your emergency fund runs out, right? When they say that in the beginning, I know it's really hard because you're still going through all the drama that just unfolded, but quickly be like, do you mind sending my info to this person that I know that if you just give people vague instructions like, I just want you to put my resume out there. Out where? Even someone with connections will be like, all right, I'll get to it when I have time. But you're giving them a task that's like really hard. Hold on, someone has the TV on. I have to tell them to be quiet. Hey, I can't hear. You have the TV on. Quiet on set. Oops, indeed, it's summertime. I'll be fast. Since it's summertime, I can only record really quick episodes because kids. Hopefully, I'll remember where I was because today I wasn't really looking at my book. Do you remember what I was saying? Dang, I was rambling. I was talking about, oh, you don't want to give people random tasks. Just mention my names in those rooms you're at. Oh, I have a friend who has a friend who runs a huge beauty company. If I needed a job in the beauty industry, I would tell her, please, do you mind if I send you my resume and you give it to that person? Or, oh, let's say you see an event, which has happened with me with a few of my friends. They see an event being hosted by someone, they go to that person's Facebook, whatever, IG profile, then it shows you who's following them. And they're like, oh, I saw that this person follows you and they're having this event. Please, you might just DMing them and letting them know that I'll contact them and I really want to make it to that event. You see, that's just so easy. One thing I've done when I needed a recommendation from like my son's coach is I offered, do you want me to just write the main skeleton thing of the recommendation and you could just add and edit to it as you want so that people don't feel like you're giving them so much work. That's what to do in those heavy moments. If it's a breakup, how to survive that is, of course, have your friends over and just have a whole fest. We call it just like a slandering fest. Your friends, I promise you, it helps. You were mad at someone, your boss, your ex, whatever. Call your best friend, the one she's used to you and all your nonsense. You all sit down and just unleash just everything that you want to feel, just let it out. But you see, this is about being a mom. Sometimes you don't have that opportunity because you're so busy or your friend is busy, tournaments, work, husbands, all that stuff. They're not available for you. The another option to this one would be leaving voice notes. Leave a voice note telling your friend all the stuff you feel. They might listen to it soon, they might not, but at least you'll let it out. I have my good friend, we call ourselves adversity friends because we hardly ever talk when things are going okay for us. But, she lives far. She's a scientist and she's so busy, and so am I. So, really, literally, when she has stuff going on, and I see that she's recording on audio, I'm like, oh, it's going down. I listen to her podcast when I'm driving. It's not really a podcast, just a really long video message, audio message. And once I listen to it, when I have time, I don't usually respond right away because I have to be by myself and able to hold down the WhatsApp button. What's up? This is very important reason. What's up? This is very important feedback for you. If anyone works at WhatsApp, could you tell them we want to record without having to hold the button for the whole time? Because sometimes I want to record a 21-minute audio and by the end my finger is hurting. Anyway, I digress. Main point is find a way to have someone that you can say all the nonsense about the person you're mad at without them also being mad at that person. Because, of course, this is temporary, especially if it's a breakup. You might get back together. So you don't want to talk so badly about your partner. And then now your friends are going to hate your partner when you guys get back together. You can't do that. You want to be able to talk to someone who's not going to take it like it's really serious. All right, another way you need to survive dark times is movement. That's really hard, but like it's easy. It's hard for me to really move around, honestly, but it's easy because you can do it on the thing. What is it called? Rio, what is that thing called that you put on your head and you can see stuff inside? Oculus. Yes, you can do. There's actually workouts on the Oculus. There's workouts on YouTube. You can have that ring everybody's wearing now, Aura, Aura ring. I don't even know how to say it. That checks your health and stuff. So do that. It's also a time for extra self care and extra grace. If you can afford to take time off work, do that. If you can afford to leave work early, take a half day, do that. But try to move around. And then the best thing for me, hopefully it helps you. Of course, these episodes are just take what you can and leave what you don't need. One thing that really helps me is I repeat to myself, everything's gonna be fine. Or in Kenya, there's a something the saying we say is like everything has an end. So if you're going through a tough time, I always just like everything has an end. Sometimes I also say 10 years from now, I will not be going through this situation. Or because I'm a postpartum doula, and sometimes I deal with moms who have anxiety, especially if they had like a miscarriage or something. The other thing I do say is you look at your baby's due date and you're like, a week from September 1st, I am not going to be in this position. I will have my happy, healthy baby. So that really helps. If you are unemployed and you know it's the most time it can take, is a year, just be like, a year from now, I'm going to be in my new job and I'm not going to be going through what I'm going through right now. So these are just a few tips. I don't want to overwhelm you because this is the good enough podcast, not the perfect podcast. So those are enough tips for now. All right, go and survive those dark times. Peace. Okay.